Hello everyone, welcome to CyberDucky. Today we going to cover topic day 5, which is Cisco Etherchannel. So in this video we will be going through why we need an Etherchannel and what we need to do to build an Etherchannel and how to configure. So these are the 3 topics I'm trying to cover and share my notes, and I hope it will be helpful for you guys to learn about Etherchannel and test yourself with available simulation or with the available hardware units. Okay, let's start. So why we need Cisco Etherchannel? So I have put some notes over here. So why we need Etherchannel? So the question is to address that question is that it's help us to create redundant link in the switch. Then it give us higher bandwidth between switches and load balancing. So when we say redundant, right, so to explain this, let me draw this. So let's say we have 2 switches. So we have, let's say, 2 switches connecting to each other through let me minimize this. Okay, so 2 switches, we have port 1 2 3 1 2 3 example, and we have connected one PC1, then we connected here PC2, then we link them here, right? So this one is port, let's say, so it's connected. So if this one goes down, then we'll be losing the link between connectivity between these 2 PCs we have. It will be gone, right? So that's why we need a redundant link. So we put one more here. So in this case, this one, the problem is if you only put a link, if you don't have an Ether channel running, so this port will be not used because it's the spanning tree gonna block, right? So if it is blocked, means we need to wait until this one go down, then this is comes up. But in this one, in a small, like a 2 switches, maybe it doesn't make big difference. Let's say we have more than 2, where we have more than 2, maybe it's connected like this, then switches like connected like, where we have, like, this example I'm giving more than one scenario. So we have one PC here, one PC here, one connected. So if we imagine we have this link, and if it is gone, this one, and these maybe these users, or maybe it can be servers, maybe more critical services, maybe it's gone. So that's why we're putting a 2 channel, and then we are gonna bundle these 2 together. So meaning in this case, let's say this one port is 1 gig, then it combined will become 2 gig, something like that. So that is one thing. So it will give us the higher bandwidth. Then the load balancing, meaning it will be both link will be used. It will not block in a spanning tree protocol by protocol. So if the traffic goes through both of these link, so it's not a waste of resource. So instead of, if you don't have port channel, as I said, that this will be blocked by spanning tree, so whatever traffic coming is only on this. When this goes down, only it will come. So there is a waste of resource here. By doing the port channel, so we don't have waste of resource, so both of the ports are active. So that is the thing we need to take note, to understand why we need a port channel or Ether channel. Then the second problem is second thing is what we need, what are the things we need to build an Ether channel. So there is a two type of protocols here. One is called LACP and one is called PAGp. So PAGp, you can see, is a Cisco created one. This one is an open standard. It uses IEEE 802.3 CA, and this one they have their own standard, which is Etherchannel. And the second or other thing you need to know about this is that example here. So if we have two switches, we want to configure port channel. Let me see. Yeah, so if we have two switches and we want to create port channel, example like here. So what we need to know is that PAGp, if it is a PAGp, then both sides should be desirable, then it has a port channel, or its both sides should be the auto, its port channel. But when it comes to LACP, it should be active or passive or on. So these are the terms need to be used. They're using. So it depends on what kind of port you want. What kind of protocol you want to use to configure Etherchannel. But typically, I would say we will go with LACP or because LACP, link aggregation channel protocol, I think, if I'm not wrong, full acronym. It gives, the good thing about is that today you may be using, this one is Cisco and this one may be Juniper. So both of them you can still use using LACP. You can build the port channel, but if you are going with the PAGp on one side and another side maybe something else, or maybe LACP, it doesn't form a link. So that's what this switch is. This table is showing that you have a switch 2 and switch 1. If you want to establish port channel between two switches, if you are using if you want to configure LACP, then you should have both side either active or one side active and one side passive. But if both side on, it doesn't build. So anyway, let's see in the next step how to configure Etherchannel. I'll show how to configure an LACP port channel between 2 or 3 switches, and let's see in the next step. Yes, so I have already set up the lab. So you can see we have two switches here, switch 1 and switch 2. I already logged into switch 1 and switch 2. So I already set up the link for the trunk link. So let's see how that is working. So let's see, show spanning tree. What we can see is that there is all forwarding on this one, and if you go to show spanning tree, we can see this one is root connected to, and this one is alternate, and it's a block. So let's see what happens once we configure the port channel. So again, to configure port channel, we need to, or Etherchannel, T interface port dash channel. So I need to give a number, so I give 1, enter, and switch port mode trunk. It says need to enable this one. Okay, encapsulation 1Q. Then what else? We can see here the bandwidth, all those information. I think load balancing. Yeah. So but it doesn't mean we have already set up, because if we go show Etherchannel summary, we have, but we don't have nothing there, no ports. So what we need to do is we need to go to configure interface, put range command, okay, because we want to remember these two ports, right, part of the ether channel. So I go here, then you type port, so I think it's a channel group, yeah, channel group 1, which is port channel mode. This is where we say with 1. So it already says, so if you want, we want to configure the LACP, right, unconditionally. So meaning we want LACP, there is no any other question. So for that we need to put active. If you put on again, this is what the table we are discussed here. So if you want put both side active, yes. If I put here on and the other side on also, it will work, otherwise it doesn't work. So this is why we need to be very careful when we are configuring. I think it's better always to be hardcore what we want, that's make things more easy. So I put active. Okay, so you can see these two ports went down because now it's coming up, currently suspended, not enabled on the remote. So what it means is this LACP is now, I mean the portion is suspended because the other end, switch 2, doesn't configured the LACP. They don't have no protocols running between, I mean there is no agreement for them both sides to agree to run. So now if we go summary, what we can see here, we have now two ports. Earlier we don't see this. If we go up here, we don't have protocol, don't know, port also don't know, right? So if we see here, we can see LACP, then we have two ports, both are in, says S means suspended. I think you can see over here what is the meaning of those. So we need to find where is the S. Okay, S simple, S capital, yeah, simple is suspended, right? So what we do is we go here again, config T interface. I use range command. So range command, what it does is that it takes all the ports in the range and apply the same command. So it's easy to the way I don't need to go one by one and put this command. So I put gigabit Ethernet 0/0 is port 1, 2, port 2 is our 2. So these are the range. So you can see over here the ports. Now again I use the same command, switch port. Sorry, I need to put this. So this time if you see, I'm going directly inside the interface, not like before I created the port channel then I go inside, but you can do without doing that also. That's what I want to show. So I just put channel group, just put any number, can 10 also can, it does not need to match between two switches. So I just put to show, put 10, then mode active. Okay, so it says the creating the port channel, switch port, yeah, trunk encapsulation. You need to put this one, then yeah, that's it. If you see here already, it shows the port channel is up already. This is actually not necessary because we already, I think, in the same. So if it is mismatch, I don't think so the VLANs will be able to communicate. Anyway, that's fine. So anyway, we can see here. So if we go here, show either channel summary, we should see. Okay, now this side is showing P. Before I know we show here is S. Now here also we can see channel 1 is up. So the summary should say here also P. So P means what? The bundle input channel. So the good news is that port channel is working already. So we saw before spanning tree was blocking. Let's see what's happening with the spanning tree now. Okay, this one is saying port channel 1 is in forwarding mode, but we know earlier all here this side is more forwarding. So let's go to the switch tool, show spanning tree, and see. Okay, this time around it's only showing route forward, right? So that what that means is that this part of the bundle earlier was blocking from this side, this port number 1/1, I mean 0/1. Now it says all in bundle is forwarding. Yeah, so before we finish, we just go through the load balancing, right? So just go here, thing, yeah, show Etherchannel load balance. So currently is source and destination IP is configured. If you want to know how to configure whatever you want, you can just go to config mode. And the point to take note is that port channel load balancing is a global configuration. So that what that means is that, let's say now we have only one port channel. Maybe if we are to create another channel, port channel, let's say from 2 different ports, maybe maybe 02 to 02 and 0/3/0/3 between these two. So if you create one more port channel, maybe port channel 11 or whatever, as per whatever we want to configure, we configured, and the load balancing will be applied for both port channels are the same. So if we here say load balance, so there's a few options you can use. So source MAC address or source IP address. So based on these, so whatever load balancing protocol or algorithm or method we're applying here, it will take place on all the port channel we configured in that particular switch. So this is, you have to take note this part. So that is the only thing I wanted to highlight. So I hope this video is helpful and informative for you to learn about port channel. And again, keep practice, use any kind of a simulation like either Cisco Modeling Lab or GNS3 or even Cisco Packet Tracer. If you have any question, please feel free to comment on regarding to anything related to this topic or anything you guys want to understand or want to know. I'm happy to help you with a video or maybe even have a private session if I can. So I just want to know, I mean, I want to be more helpful for you guys to learn and pick up. I'll try to keep sharing my learning to preparing my CCIE. I'm going with very slow pace, but it's because I want to understand what I'm learning and able to explain to everybody. That's why I'm doing this one, like sharing my notes and my understanding of topics, whatever I learn. So I think it will helpful for me and others. So please help to subscribe, and if you like the channel, but your subscription can help us more in many ways. And like whatever you watch, if you get any benefit from here, that's also help us in many ways to develop more, put more time to develop more contents. And thank you for your time. Have a good day.